Don't ever go to a strip club right when they open. One of the worst decisions we've ever made. You think you get to a strip club right when they open and you're the first people there? No! There was a big fat guy in the corner who never left. I don't know why you seem like such a Kelly Clarkson guy.
I am a Kelly Clarkson guy. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, honestly, f*** you. And that's to everybody in the chat. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, f*** you. I'm not calling you a slur by saying you love Sam Laporta. It's okay. You love Sam Laporta. Say you love Sam Laporta. Say it.
I like Sam Laporta tonight.
No, say you love him.
I like Sam Laporta.
No, say you love him, dude.
I don't love Sam Laporta.
But 18 and 19 is good enough for the Florida Gators. As long as you're a young, cool guy who f***ing gets top 10 recruiting classes every f***ing year and you lose games to Georgia Southern and South Florida. I f***ing hate this guy.
You think I have a model?
You don't have a model. You've never talked.
You are being serious. You think I have a model?
You ever thought about having a model?
No. Yeehaw. That's what that intro music makes me want to do. I understand. I know some people like BK that came on yesterday are already sick of the intro video. They want something new. They'll get something new. But for now, you're just going to have to fucking deal with it. It's only been 2 weeks. What's up, everyone? Good morning. Happy. I try not to do the happy thing. That one just kind of came out. It's Thursday, February 19th. You have 2 hours, give or take 2 hours of just myself yapping on this microphone. This is a vintage board review. Okay. Is there anybody in here that is an OOOG? I mean, I'm talking, it must have been, I don't know. When was the first time we did this? Well, let's do the math. So there were people that were subscribed on the Fake Sharp Twitch channel for 38 months. That's over 3 years. 3 years would be 36 months. So let's take it back 3 years from now. That would be 2023. Early 2023. So that put it at about late 2022. That makes sense. I think that's when I started it because that's when I had to go back to Florida for a year. October, November. Yeah. So anyways, for the first year and a half, we basically did this every day with just myself. And then Steak started coming on a couple times a week. And then he started doing it full time, which is great because I know Steak has said without me, there is no him, but without Steak doing this, I don't know how much longer I could have yapped into a microphone every day for 2 hours because it does get tiring and exhausting, even though you've got great people in the chat, which is always fun. And it's why we do this. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? DJ Fitz says sharp hours. That's fucking right. What's up, Ron Mux? How's lacrosse treating you? I hope well. I hope everything is good with lacrosse. I'm just not a lacrosse guy. I apologize. But I hope you appreciate my honesty. What's up, Peyton 402? Team USA Women is a nuke. Yeah, sure. These guys are in their CB big bag. La Barbera, let me just tell you something. First of all, thank you. Second of all, use the right there, and I appreciate that. Okay, I appreciate those who use the right there, the right yours. And it's coming from somebody who's not a very smart guy, but there's just things in life that you're going to have to do and have to use very often. And you should sit down and set aside 10 to 15 minutes and just say, you know what, I should probably learn how to do this the right way. You should have seen some of my emails of what they look like 15, 20 years ago when I realized, Jesus, I'm fucking dumb. I'm writing and typing like a fifth grader. This is not how I'm going to survive in the real world. What's up, Kaprizov? How we doing? Happy Thursday, jabronis. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just say happy Thursday. Jay Bats, let's ride some hot dudes or something. We could do that. W Sunday Steak Special. JMU was a sweat. So sweat, props and chops. So I was so sweaty. I didn't know what was going on last night. You know, with these smaller games, you don't really get the play-by-play. But fuck, I was sitting there staring at my the play-by-play wasn't on Pickett, so I started going to the other apps, and then I go to Twitter. You search JMU. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Frozen at 1 second. And I'm like, this is going to be really good or really bad, you know, because I figured what happened is probably who the fuck did they play? I forget who they played. Anyways, whoever they played is irrelevant because they're losers. But they missed a shot and then fouled JMU, or they got fouled 1 second left. Turns out, Coastal, the shit that clears. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Ryan Kinney. Holy shit. I didn't know if anybody had eyes on that. Shout out to Danny, by the way. Danny, thank you for the update. I appreciate that. Real Nicky Gambles comes in here. Oh, give me a fucking break. Everybody's chapping my ass about the Olympic hockey thing. Ryan Sura tagged me yesterday. Oh, I wonder how Jeff Sunday feels. This is a great day of Olympic hockey. Sure. You had 3 games go to overtime. That's great. I love hockey. I could watch hockey being played whether it's fucking Czechoslovakia or whether it's the Montreal Canadiens, or the Orlando Solar Bears. I love watching hockey. I like the sport of hockey. I am for the 100th time. I'm not so much anti-Olympic hockey as I am anti-stopping the season for 2.5 weeks to play Olympic hockey. I don't know what people don't understand about that. I can't make it any more clear. I'd rather them do this outside of the season. I think that makes a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, did I really get that fired up watching USA play fucking Sweden? No, I didn't. And if you did, that's great. Okay, I'm glad. Whatever makes you happy. You don't have to be like me. And I also don't want to hear, oh, you just don't fucking like things. Shut up. I like a lot of things. But I didn't really, I just don't really care for Olympic hockey. But I saw that Canada had a bit of a sweat. What's his face? Dostal? He was playing out of his mind. Yeah, I watched it. I still enjoy the sport of hockey. I just wish that the season was still going on. So we're going to have to shut it down when the Olympics are over and then get going with the regular season. And I'm looking forward to it. What's up, Malcolm? What's up, Jay Wells? Appreciate you guys always tuning in and being here. Welcome to the Book It Sports Twitch and YouTube channels. Danny, there he is. Bang. Anisimova. I don't know what that is. Wow, Jeff didn't invite Snowman. Yo, Snowman, you know what? I honestly thought about it. By the way, I saw you grinding yesterday live. You had like 120, 130 people on. Great job. By the way, if you're not following Snowman, do yourself a favor. Make sure to follow him. He's got a great Twitch channel and does a phenomenal job. I don't know what times he streams. He doesn't have a consistent schedule. Honestly, Snowman, you would have been the guy to invite. I just was slacking. Totally slacking. And also on that note, it didn't really fully hit me that I was going to be solo until yesterday, even though I knew this day was coming. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't really prepare, but we've got some stuff to talk about. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to recap last night's college basketball. And it's a good day to do so because I tweeted that I went 8-2. That was a lie. I apologize. I don't like lying. I went 7-3. So it was 7-3 with a Sunday steak special. Yep. Say you love him. Yeah. You live for that intro. Thanks, T-Bone Steak. Appreciate you. What's up, Timbo Slice? Saturday, February 21st, Arizona at Houston, Michigan. Not at Verse, right? Isn't it? Aren't they on like neutrals? Only the fifth in AP poll history that there will be two top 4 matchups in the same day. Okay. So I got a low key weekend, not traveling. I'm staying put, but my wife is probably going to want to do things. And I was telling her, I was like, hey, what day are we going to have a day? I'll let her know it's going to be Sunday. We'll do whatever she wants to do on Sunday. Saturday will be the day that we lock in and watch college basketball. Looking forward to it. Antique levels of nostalgia. That's great. Over under 2.5 piss breaks. I did have a large iced coffee. Does anybody else drink iced coffee when it's cold out? I like iced coffee when it's cold out. I really do. I'm a hot coffee guy too. Don't get me wrong, but I just go through phases. Like I just start to lock in and really like things. And I do that for maybe a year or two. And then like, I'm over it, I'm over it, but I'm in on iced coffees and cold brews right now. So I've just been having like one large one, black, and I'm feeling pretty good. I didn't do any caffeine or don't do any caffeine after in the afternoon. I'm trying to get better sleep. I went to a F45 workout class this morning. No big deal. Nice 7 a.m. grinded for about 45 minutes, came back, had my iced coffee, feeling a lot better. All right. Syracuse was free last Friday. What the fuck are we talking about here? What's up, Bookachu? Good to see you. Yep. Boom. Our day. That's right. Anna Frey. I don't really know what that means. What's up, Jay Thorpe? Good to see you. By the way, you had a very funny comment I'd like to acknowledge the other day. There was the Teal book. The Teal book did God, what did they do? They did like a chart. They did a chart and they put like who are you gonna, you have $15, who are you gonna spend on to be your cappers to win money? I was $5, which is crazy. I was $5, which is absolutely crazy. And I think I retweeted and I said, whoever spends $5 on me is a fucking moron. Jay Thorpe had a very funny comment. He said Jeff should be free. I thought that was pretty funny. Kind of interesting that Jeff Nadu was $1. I don't think Jeff Nadu is that bad. I'm not really a Jeff Nadu hater, honestly. What's up, Glizzy McGuire, W. Jeff? Adam, I saw you tweet something yesterday. I saw you tweet something. Did you have a poker game on yesterday? Was that yesterday? Is that going to happen? Because that sounds like a great idea. I'd love to tune in, but I was like, this isn't yesterday, is it? Jeff in the Ryder Cup hoodie. for days. There is golf. Total Slayer pays attention. I love that. You sure do. Yes. Oh my God. Well, hey, my bad. I got to get with the times. Honestly, I'm not paying enough attention. Yeah. That was a great idea. I wish I tuned in. I saw that tweet and I was looking for the date, and I told myself, I'm like, there's no way they're not happening tonight. So that's my bad. I'm not saying you did a shitty job promoting it, but I wish I knew that ahead of time. Also, Steak didn't tell me he was doing that. But great job. That was a good idea. I'd like to watch that a little bit more. Thanks, Rav. Good morning. Good to see you, Coastal. Thank you very much. I'm way behind on the comments. You guys are yappy. Respect the Solar Bears. That's right. You got rinsed last night, CBB. Hey man, it happens. Remember, just gamble responsibly, bet responsibly. Long season. Don't blow your load. We've got March Madness coming around the corner. There is no need to feel the pressure of the outside sports betting world to try to bet a lot of money. You can take it nice and slow. I had 10 plays yesterday, half a unit each. Do I know that people are going to make fun of me and call me a little bitch? And Beav is probably making fun of me for $50 a bet. Yeah. Guess what? Who cares? All right. Take it easy, nice and slow. Heading to your city just to burn your jail sweater. Yeah, have fun in New York, Jovan. I'll hit you up. I'll be running around doing God knows what. Want to know on Olympic copy bet sharp? Yep. On American Take. These are the lamest takes of all time. Let me tell you something. Here's where I draw the line. You know where I draw the line? And this, you could say this is an L take. That's fine. I draw the line when people like blindly have to back and defend USA Sports and like anything their family does. It's like, I get it. Listen, like your family's very important. You love them. You're close with them. You try to defend them. But at the same time, you have to be able to admit if you have a fucked up cousin or an insane aunt, that they're just nuts and they're wrong. Okay. It's okay to say that. Like, I feel like everybody just blindly wants to pretend that like, oh, my family can do no wrong. And then my country, everything they do in sports is great. Listen, I got absolutely flamed for calling it like it is with American soccer. American soccer is horse shit. I hate to tell you that. And I played soccer for 8 fucking years. It's horse shit. Okay. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's not American. USA. Listen, I'm not an American. In fact, I'm just honest. I just tell you like it is. Love this country. Sure do. But at the same time, we got to call it like it is. I don't give a flying fuck. You know what I watched yesterday? You know what I watched? I'll tell you what I watched. I watched bobsledding. I watched bobsledding yesterday, or maybe it was 2 days ago. And I even tweeted this, and I threw the challenge flag. I don't know if this is a real sport. I really don't. And I had a lot of people kind of, not a lot, but a decent amount of people comment. And, you know, I like the movie Cool Runnings. I really do. But I was watching bobsledding closely, and I was like, I don't really know how this is a sport. You just run and push the sled. One guy jumps into the back, puts his head down the entire time, and another guy like steers a little bit. But are you even like controlling, or are you just kind of letting it do whatever? I don't know. Anyways, I thought that was hilarious. But we can admit, I think, if our team and our country's team is just not very good at a sport. But for the most part, we're pretty good at a lot of things. You know, I think they're really good at gymnastics. I don't know how they are at figure skating. Basketball is obviously great. What else is there? I don't even know what else there is. Track, swimming, fucking rule at swimming. But no, like we suck at soccer, you know? So it's not an un-American take. Yeah. I don't know how the women's team is. I have no idea how the women's team is. Nobody actually thinks USMNT is good. I don't know, Graylish Cavs. I just don't know. Jeff and Krabs should have collated. Is that the word? On shows today with no Steak or Jovan. Oh, that was terrible planning. No Jovan, he's in transit. Gotcha. So there's going to be Krabs solo on BTL. Yeah, we probably should have done that. Okay, State was an L. That's right. I did end up playing Kansas. I did. I went against Steaks Reed there. Yesterday I was off hours because I had a dentist in the morning. Yeah, you're always off hours, you motherfucker. Can we point Mick Cronin? Maybe one of the most insufferable. Yes. How do you mess up a record on games you bet on? I'll tell you exactly how. This is a great question. Great question here, Alan Dims. And then we're going to get into last night's slate. We'll do a little bit of review. But yeah, I don't know. Just real quick. Last thing about I like curling. I do like watching the curling. That's pretty intense. And nothing against the bobsledders. They're actually all like jacked human beings. I would never say this to their face. So if anybody listening is a bobsledder or knows somebody that's a bobsledder, I'm not anti-bobsledding. Okay. I'm man enough to admit that if I ever met a bobsledder like out at a bar, I'd be like, hey, that kicks ass. But I will tell you truthfully, though, when I'm watching that, it's just, you're just running with this sled as fast as you can. I love the scream in the very beginning, like the coach behind them is like, ah, to give them like that extra fucking boost when they're just running. And then they just jump in. You just jump in. So like that's really important, how strong your legs are, how much you push with that force, and then you just jump in. The other guy this is what the guy does the whole time. That's what the guy does the whole time. And then the other guy, I guess the other guy steered. The guy in the first guy steers. Yeah, I don't know how it works. But anyways, this is what happened, Alan Dims. I opened my picket. Okay. St. Bonaventure, I could not get a wager on. So Steak had to do it for me on the Teal book. So Rye Guy with the sub bang. By the way, Team Murray 421 with a follow. Good morning, everyone. 52,001 followers on the Book It Sports Twitch channel. RedTube, how are you? Good morning. Make sure you like and sub. My picket said 8-2. I had 10 plays. I forgot that one of those wins was the Steak Sunday Steak Special. I always do that. And the St. Bonaventure loss was not shown. That is how. So I fucked that up. It was 7-3. Okay, it was 7-3. I know a dude named Robert Sled. Very cool. Central Butt Toot Slate versus Middle Southern Asshole Tech. The only thing that can save us from the board review is story time. That's very true. That's very true. I'll probably have some stories for you. Nothing really is coming to mind right now. Oh, actually, I got a story. I remember. Yeah, I wish I told this when Steak was on. I remembered this randomly the other day. One time, this isn't this Steak. Are you here, by the way? Steak is flying to LA. I'm not a Los Angeles guy, really. I'm not a California hater. We're not going to get into politics or anything on this show, but I'm not a California hater. It really is a beautiful state. But it's, it's got some problems. It's got some things it could do better, but it is very cool to just like look one way and see the mountains and look another and see the beach. Like it's great. I don't know, really not my kind of people, like not bad people, just not really for me. I'm a little bit more of like a fast paced guy. They're very slow. They kind of have their own like vocabulary, their own lingo and everything like that. That's cool. I'm not the biggest ocean guy, like I like the beach. The beach has, I think it's called like positive ions. Like it's good for you. The sun is great for you. The vitamin D and everything. If I get too much sun, I will put a shirt on like this, a long sleeve shirt, a fishing shirt. Steak says it's a pool shirt. Yeah, don't get me started, Nerfy Chad. New plane, great Wi-Fi. Nice. Are you flying Delta? You might be on a, I know what you're on. Cause I've flown Orlando to LAX. You are on an Airbus A321 Neo. That's what you're on. Yep. Are you in first class? You probably have the seats that like come out like that. It's nice. Yeah. Is Cali Square sharp? Great question. Great question. All of America is dope. Every state has something awesome to offer. Oh man. I don't know about this. TD Corral. I don't know if all of America is dope. And now you're going to say, oh, you're very unpatriotic. You ever look at the map and like want to go places? There's a lot of states that aren't really worth a shit to go to. I'll tell you that right now. This is autistic levels of plane knowledge. What are you talking about? I'm Airbus or bust. Listen, you guys want to get into the nitty gritty? Read a fucking newspaper. Read about Boeing. All right, read about Boeing. I'm not going to sit up here and get into it. You can do your own fucking research. But I'm an Airbus or bust kind of guy. South Dakota. How do you know that? What are you talking about? How do you know that? It's called giving a shit about something. All right. I like planes. I can't believe people don't like planes. Everybody just takes for granted the miracle of flight. That's why I have such a fucking problem with everybody sitting on a plane with their window down. They got their goddamn window down. They don't even put it up when they take off or fucking land. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to from New York to Dallas, 3.5 hours. It used to take people fucking a year and a half. Half the fucking people they traveled with died from some disease or starvation, or they got attacked by like a bear or a mountain lion through the Appalachians. I'll get there in 3.5 hours. I'll get a cocktail, maybe 2. I'll have Wi-Fi, play around on my phone. You're in this fucking metal tube built by humans. It's got tens of thousands of fucking cables and wires and everything. 2 human beings you never met before that you trust flying you there. And people just get in there in their fucking pajamas and their AirPods and put the window down and just go on their phone and fuck off. You guys don't give a fuck about the planes? I can't believe it. I can't believe nobody appreciates planes or flight. I can't believe it. I think it rocks to be 35,000 feet in the air, seeing Earth while you get to appreciate all these things going from city to city. That rocks. And all you ungrateful millennial fucks have the audacity to say them because I care that I'm autistic. Fine. If that's autistic, sign me the fuck up. My pledge class president is a pilot for Delta now. I hope he or she is a good dude. Honestly, a really valid rant. I'll tell you right now, I'm buying stock in Rav. I think Rav actually knows ball. I really do. I think Rav knows ball. I think Rav has a lot of potential. I'm going to go ahead and say that. And it's not because I find him agreeing with me often. It's not because of that. He could disagree with me, but I think Rav has a point. Yeah, I wanted to be a pilot, Jeff. I didn't go into sports. I never really wanted to be a pilot. I did do flight simulators when I was young. The video games. I was a big PC guy. I don't know if anybody does anybody play video games on the PC? That was a big thing back in my day. But I used to, I mean, there was a game called Myth that was awesome. Warcraft rocked. StarCraft was awesome. Addicted to these games. But then there was a game called Sim City. You guys ever heard of Sim City? Sim City will blow your fucking mind. Sim City is like, talk about like Minecraft nowadays. Like Sim City, you started to understand like civil engineering. You know what I mean? Yeah. You used to crush StarCraft. Me too. SimCity is a peak of games. Snowman knows ball. I have like an inner nerd in me, even though like I was like the guy who played sports, like a little, I don't know if you would call it a jock-ish. I don't really think when you think of the jock, you also kind of think of a douche. I'm sure people probably think I'm a douchebag. I don't really think I'm a douchebag, but I do have an inner nerd in me. I was a big gamer growing up. I love SimCity. I really did. You had to figure out like where you're going to put them all. You had to get like the fucking power grid set up. You had to get an airport going, all kinds of shit. Like it really, really rocked. Then there was, what was the one where you built a theme park? Roller Coaster Tycoon. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember Roller Coaster Tycoon? That game fucking rocked. But yeah, no, I never, it's not that I was like necessarily scared. I became a bit of an anxious flyer. That's why I like to drink. I'm not like scared to fly. And I just like to get drunk, take the edge off. I love to jam. I just listen to music. Like I try to read a couple articles. I can't read a book on a plane. I just can't. Young Jeff was a jock snowman. Old Jeff is a nerd. Yeah. Oregon Trail. Fucking awesome. Awesome. Yep. Yeah. You guys know ball. Yeah. Must have had 200 hours played. Snowman. You're so elite. You're so elite. That's why I promote Snowman's channel. Unfortunately, I didn't think to have him on here. But Snowman knows ball. I'm the exact same way, Jeff. Somewhat nervous. Yeah. You know what it is, though? I think I've realized it. I just, anytime you're not in control, you get a little nervous. Because I'm the kind of guy, like, I'm a little pessimistic and I'm a little paranoid. I am. I mean, obviously, that's why you're also a contrarian, too, right? Like, you could be a contrarian sports bettor. I'm a little contrarian in life. But also, too, I'll hit you with the harsh reality. Whenever you grow up, I'm 38 years old, you get out into the real world. This is very unfortunate news. I hate to break your heart. There's a lot of bad people out there. There just are. There's a lot of bad people. There's a lot of stupid people in positions that they shouldn't be, making decisions and doing things they shouldn't be doing. So when you start to realize, you lose trust when you're young, dumb, and naive, and you're just like, oh, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to work out. And you grow up and you get around and meet some people. You're like, these people fucking suck and they're scumbags. And how are they in these positions of power and making decisions? So you start to have a little less faith and trust in things that should just always work. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I don't really know where I'm going with this rant. Oh yeah, but I never really wanted to be a pilot. I did go skydiving once. That shit was not as scary as I thought it was going to be. Is this a hot take, by the way? I've been skydiving. It was fun. Don't really care to go again, but it was fun. I would not go bungee jumping. Hot take or cold take? Would not go bungee jumping. Skydiving, no problem. Love. I like skydiving. Would not do it again, but I'm not into bungee jumping. Does that make any sense? Some people think that's a little bit weird. Yeah, lukewarm take. Yep. People forget I could have made younger Jeff commit a crime in the drop. Yeah, dude. I met Jovan for the first time at the drop. I offered to buy him a beer. Thankfully, he said no. I appreciate that. Yeah, you'll pass on both. I got an even hotter take. For you. And then we will start to talk sports. 10:29. We always bullshit for the first half hour. Let everybody come on in because I don't want to go backwards. Riding a horse, terrifying. Terrifying. Would an airplane seatbelt actually save you? No, absolutely not, the Claw. That's for turbulence, because sometimes if the plane does drop suddenly a couple thousand feet, which does happen from time to time, you can fly out and hit your fucking head. Yeah. Zip lining, skydiving. Yeah. Do young people have heart attacks while skydiving? I really don't know. Horseback riding is awesome. Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you right now, I'm terrified. My wife loves horseback riding. I did it. We did it in Iceland. By the way, Icelandic horses, beautiful creatures, beautiful creatures. They're all over like the side of the road. Iceland, low key, underrated place to visit. It kind of was really popular when I went. I'll admit, I was like, I was like, where do we go? Oh, everybody's going to Iceland. Let's go check it out. Kind of might be a good time to go to Iceland. I feel like it's kind of cooled down. Everybody's going to Lisbon. Lisbon's the hot spot. Everybody went to fucking Tulum. Lisbon rocks. I've been to Portugal. Did I go to Portugal twice? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Iceland's awesome. Highly recommend Iceland. Seriously. I think it's kind of cooled down. But anyways, I rode a horse and I'm riding this fucking horse. The horse is beautiful. You do this like long trail and you're like on the side, not really of a mountain, but like elevated terrain. And there's a cliff next to you. Iceland, there's waterfalls everywhere. And we're on the trail. My horse goes to the left. Well, to the left is where the fucking cliff is. And I'm like, hey, I'm holding the thing. Well, there's a puddle of water there. And the horse bends down because it's thirsty and starts drinking water. When the horse drinks water, you're straddling the horse. You go down with it. So you go like this. So I'm like leaning straight up. You know what I mean? I'm like, help. The fucking horse goes off to the left, bends down, drink some water. The whole pack is like going one way. My horse is no longer following the pack and I'm freaking out. Thankfully, the horse is smart enough to get back in line, but I was shitting my pants. Absolutely shitting my pants. The scaredest I've been. I did not get that scared one time during skydiving. By the way, the worst part of skydiving is when you are in the plane and they cut the engine and then they like stall it and then you jump off. Could not have survived the 1800. No, I could not. Jokic can teach you a few things. That's true. Your horse didn't respect you. Maybe not. It's just here for the zip line. Don't know what that means, but it's very funny. Iceland is sharp. Yep, Iceland is sharp. Okay. Oh, I had one more question for you guys. We were talking about this the other day. I watched a movie. I've watched a couple of movies. I'm on a movie kick right now. I saw Housemaid. I thought Housemaid was pretty good. It's like an obvious twist, but they did a good job with it. Watch Bugonia. I like Bugonia. I'll watch anything with what's that guy's name? Jesse Plemons. Is it Jesse Plemons? You know what I'm talking about, right? The guy from I want to say he was in Fargo. He's God, he's good. And then Emma something from not Breaking Bad. Superbad. Yeah. Bugonia was good. Now You See Me 3, Now You Don't is fire. I don't know what that is. Yep. Jeff, we need a TV show recommendation. Start The Wire, Game of Thrones. I've actually never watched The Wire. I never watched The Wire. I should watch The Wire. I've heard great things. I thought Game of Thrones was really good. And I'm not even into like sci-fi shit too much, but I liked it. Emma Stone, is that who it is? Yeah, probably. That was good. But I watched a movie last night. My wife wanted to watch a movie, Eternity. It's on Apple TV. It's with Miles Teller. I like Miles Teller a lot. I don't really know who the other two people were, but they were good. It was a pretty cute movie. If you need something to watch with your significant other and you want to watch a little love movie, my wife loves love movies and shit, so I'll watch them every now and then. It's not my favorite genre. I don't really like scary movies either. Yeah. What's your all-time favorite TV show? I mean, dude, Breaking Bad, I think, is number one. I think Breaking Bad has to be number one. But there's some good ones. I really thought Bloodline was awesome. I can't believe it ended the way it did. But like season 1 of Bloodline, fucking ruled. There's some really good ones. Pluribus, yeah, I probably have to. No, I don't watch the industry. Yep, Jeff. No, I do know TV ball. I've got pretty good. Steak will attest to this. I've got good taste when it comes to like music, TV / film / shows, whatever. Food. I like the movie Lincoln Lawyer. I started the Matthew McConaughey. I don't really listen to Joe Rogan's anymore. I used to be into Joe Rogan podcast. Whether you do or don't like Joe Rogan, I don't give a fuck. Save your opinion to yourself. But I like the interviews if it's a guest that I'm interested in. And I was listening to Matthew McConaughey and it was pretty good for a while. And I just sometimes forget, Matthew McConaughey just all around seems like good dude, good actor, talented, good dude, likes sports. True Detective. I always forget. True Detective season 1 was unbelievable. And you know what True Detective did? They were kind of Chipotle-ish because Chipotle revolutionized fast casual. Now Sopranos was like the first show of shows. It really was. That was the first show where it was like, are you watching Sopranos? I was like, no. I got into Sopranos and everybody's watching the Sopranos. But do you remember the Sopranos has an intro? Woke up this morning, got yourself a girl. Why do you say no to the industry like that? LOL. I have no idea. I just said fucking no. What a weird comment. But I'm into Sopranos. Everybody's into Sopranos. And they have an intro. But do you remember True Detective season 1's intro? Does anybody remember that? The intro to True Detective, everybody starts doing these intros now. It's like part of the show. You get into it. You know what I mean? But True Detective season 1 fucking rocks. Also, I really did like White Lotus season 1, season 2. I did not like season 3 very much. Yeah. Is a top-notch show recommender. Yes. Pluribus rocks. I need to get into that. Oh, Severance is awesome. That's another guy too. Adam Scott. Love anything Adam Scott's in. Great actor. All right. Sopranos kicked it off season 2. Let's you seem like you love Survivor. Ooh, no. I don't like reality TV. I don't really understand how Survivor works. I watch probably like 1 or 2 seasons of it. I don't know how any of it works. I'll tell you, if it's on cable, it probably is awful. I don't know who watches this shit. I really don't. No offense. It's probably like all our like grandmas and shit, you know. Not into it. Not into it. Give Snowfall a try, maybe. L take Survivor's goated. No, I watch Naked and Afraid. Naked and Afraid is pretty good. Yep. Survivor Barstool is better. Yeah, guilty. My wife and I watched it. My wife, we're not like the biggest Barstool people, but like we like some of the characters. She said she's a rider. She likes Rico Bosco, but she likes Big Cat, PFT, shit like that. Portnoy. I know people don't really like Portnoy. We're not going to get into it. Snowman's a big Survivor guy. Survivor by Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child had some jams back in the day. Dude, I have no idea. Watch The Traitors on Peacock. Okay. It's a show and you have to survive. Yeah, but there's like things. There's like things about it, you know. Here's the itinerary. It's 10:36. Here's the itinerary. We are going to recap a little bit of last night. Steak has a mock draft out, by the way. I think he's got picks 1 through 20 we're going to go through, which I'm looking forward to. We're going to see how he did and what you guys think on his mock draft. But first, we're going to talk about last night's slate. All right. So you know what I love to do. Do you know what I love to do? Rico Bosco. Yeah. Insane dude. Oh, Mincy. I'm so out on Mincy. What an inconsiderate fucking loser. I hate that guy. What would Barstool be without PMT? Legit question, dude. Really, really, really low. Really low. There's some guys on there though. That Nick Tiriani guy and is it Conrad? No. The other guy, they're funny. KB, they're like actually talented. I like Roan too. They seem like smart guys and pretty talented dudes. All right. Let's talk some ball. No Steak today. He is traveling. I'm going to do my best here. We're going to recap a couple games for you. Illinois, just starting at the top against USC. I'm trying to remember what I liked about this spot specifically. I thought that was a pretty fat spread on the road. Baker Mazzara was out, I believe. It made a lot more sense. But I'll tell you what, I do like this Illinois team. I can't say that I watched much of this game or anything like that. I was asleep after watching the movie last night. But waking up to see them winning by 36 points is not what I expected. UVA, probably my best read of the night. Where are we at? Can we show some fucking hands for UVA? 7-3 last night, by the way, not 8-2. My apologies. UVA minus 13.5 was such a big number. UVA had not been covering double-digit spreads, especially on the road. Even like 7.5, 9.5 point spreads, not covering them. That was a fucking fat spot. A lot of favorites for me last night. Oh my God, UVA was up 36-7. That is hilarious. Had to go with Kansas. I understand that it was an obvious bounce back spot for Kansas, but I thought giving 6.5 to Oklahoma State, who's a pretty decent team, was a little trappish. Had to go with that one. Tailed Steak on MTSU at the end of the day. He kind of sold me on that obvious bounce backs or obvious revenge spot. Sam Houston State took care of business. This is my shittiest wager of the night. Can I, you guys do me a favor. Please do me a fucking favor. What did I just do? What the fuck did I just do? Hold on. Solo layout, sweats and crap. There we go. Can you guys do me a favor? UConn minus 15 and a half. They lose to Creighton outright. The next time I want to bet on this UConn team, smack me in the fucking face, please. I don't know. I don't have to say in GTA or anything like that. Slap me in the face. This UConn team sucks. Absolutely sucks. And give me a break with fucking Bobby Hurley, who's like Mick Cronin 2.0, fucking spaz. I know he's a good basketball coach. I understand that, but what a pathetic. I mean, to lose to Creighton as 15 and a half point favorites at home. You are pathetic. You are done. Connecticut is done. Remember that guy I saw on my flight to Dallas? Dan, that's right. Remember that guy? He said, he's like, this team ain't winning shit. That guy knows fucking ball. That guy knows ball. By the way, don't forget, that guy didn't wear any socks. It was negative 15 degrees when I boarded that plane in New York. He wasn't wearing any socks. Absolute psychopath. Oh. Yeah, fuck the Big East is right. Anyways, back to the fucking board. Wake Forest. Yeah, line was short. Only reason I really played that. Line was short. Not a lot of respect for Clemson on the road. I had to lean into that. JMU was such a fucking sweat. Absolutely love that. Dog to fave. 1-7 road team favorite on the ROAD. Shout out to Steak right here. 11.5. I straight up just tailed him. The 2-leg parlay plus 236. Lock it in. The Sunday Steak special. Boom. You love to see it. And then Rutgers. Love that Rutgers line as well. Penn State is dreadful. They are absolutely dreadful. But, there were a couple other interesting results last night that I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick. Temple did not come through, by the way. UAB wins 76-71. Navy, I thought that line might have been a little short. Nope, 72-49. Goodness gracious. Florida Gulf Coast wins, but does not cover. St. Bonaventure was my other loser, by the way. Couldn't bet them. And sink it to pick it, unfortunately. But full transparency, that was a loser. It was always the over. Always the over. And it was even the cover from Steak. Steak said he liked Arkansas, didn't play him. They cover the 4.5. Game goes over. Highest total I'd ever seen in my life. Can't believe I didn't play it in retrospect, but my God, 117-115. Valparaiso beats Bradley. Don't think I saw that one coming. Nope. How about this one? It was always Dayton. I think I went head to head on Steak. With Steak on that one. It was always Dayton. That line was also short. What was another one? JMU got pretty lucky there. Oh, Ole Miss. I think I talked about that. It was kind of in my bag last night. Just have to give it to me. Sometimes you can give it to me. Sometimes you can shit on me. That's all right. Got to cherish the times in our bag. Short line. Short fucking line. Ole Miss covers 80-77. Game stays under too. Wake Forest won outright. We talked about that one. Davidson and Richmond. Davidson wins. Don't really remember what I liked about that one. Or what I thought about that one. Kennesaw is not a real school. We're not going to talk about them. Tulsa. Somebody had a thought on Tulsa. 79-74. I think Charlotte covered that one fairly easily, if I'm not mistaken. It was never Northwestern. At -7.5, -8.5. Maryland came through there. DePaul beats Seton Hall. West Virginia loses outright to Utah. I don't know how that happens. 21 points in the first half. Good golly almighty. Virginia, already talked about that one. Yeah, I don't know what happened in this Mississippi State game. Auburn loses outright. Auburn stinks. Mississippi State goes up 49-33 in the first half. Goodness gracious. What else do we have here? Oh, Arizona wins but does not cover against BYU. Game soars under 164. Did think that total was a little high. There were some injuries. Stayed off of it because the last time they had played, I think it went over. So I stayed off of that. Thank you for doing the research on that. Missouri came through. Missouri wins outright, 81-80 against Vanderbilt. How about this one? Do you guys remember the St. John's Marquette line? That was the fishiest line of the night. St. John's was only -8.5, -9. Kind of upset we didn't talk about that one last night. Or I'm sorry. Not that I didn't talk about it. Didn't play that one. Steak, all he talks about with Marquette is how they are unwatchable and they are terrible. Didn't have the balls to do it. I don't hate Olympic hockey. I don't really care for it. I don't care for the Olympics in general. I'd rather have the NHL playing right now. I saw the overtime games. I saw Canada and I saw USA and Sweden. Did it make it move? Not really. That is just the God's honest truth. I'm very sorry. If you enjoy Olympic hockey, that's great. I hope that you, for the next 4 years, you cherish the results of the, Sweden and Latvia. That's great. If you do that, that's great. That's good. Good for you. I think that's all we had. Gonzaga took care of business. It's good. I don't want to see 2 periods of actual hockey in the playoffs. By the way, Sidney Crosby hurt. I saw him limp. I saw him limping. I don't know if he's actually hurt. Stop with this fishy and weird lines. No good better is taken aside because a line is weird. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Alan Dims. That's how I like to gamble, and sometimes it fucking comes through. And I think it came through quite a bit last night, quite a bit. So I've already explained it. I'm not going to explain it to you again. You got your fucking feet dug in on what you like, your models, your algorithms, your this, your that. I still don't see your P&L, or not your P&L, but I don't see your bets tracked anywhere, Alan. Where are your bets tracked? The point, the ha, and the clown emoji. Come on. Skip thinks the NHL doesn't do that. That is hilarious. Imagine Alan Dims having a model. He probably does. Acuff having 49 and double OT loss to Bama. That game was insane. Yeah. The future is pretty bright from what I understand in college basketball. There are just hella good freshmen. So before we talk about tonight's slate, let's go. Let's take a look at Stakes. Share this tab instead. Let's take a look at Stakes mock draft. Let's take a look at Stakes mock draft. All right, hold on. Did your model say the line is short? No. Mr. Wobble Drop Killer. That's a fun name. Haven't seen that name before. First time chatter? Nope. You've been around. That's good. Okay. Let's go look at this. There we go. You probably can't really see this, so I don't even know if it's pointless or what. All right. Stakes got Fernando Mendoza going number 1. That is a no-brainer. We don't really have to spend too much time on it. Let's talk about number 2, the New York Jets, Arvel Reese. Stakes says at first glance, you'll see the Jets need a QB, but at second glance, you'll see they need a whole lot of other things as well. That's why I think they'll take the best player in this draft and the most NFL-ready guy to lead a defense and pass rush that finished second to last in the NFL in sacks. What do you think about that pick? I mean, he's a bad motherfucker. Kind of think that that's the right move. I mean, if you are the Jets, what is your, if you don't select Arvel Reese, who are you selecting? Right? You're probably, I know, like Steak said, you need a quarterback. You need a lot of things. Do you trade? Do you trade back? I don't know. Oh, they have 2 first? Well, then you probably don't. Oh, God, dude. Ruben Bain would be nasty. David Bailey or Reese, in my opinion. Okay. David Bailey's the Texas Tech guy, right? He is a bad motherfucker, too. Okay. Spencer Fano, OT, Utah, Arizona Cardinals. One thing is for sure, Arizona needs O-line help. And while a lot of people have them taking Francis Mauigoa from Miami here, I believe they will go Fano because he's more experienced at right tackle. And Arizona already has a starting left tackle in Paris Johnson. Good move. Build inside out. Need the trenches. David Bailey is a dog. He sure is. You're also committed to the rebuild at this point. Yeah. Okay. Tennessee Titans, David Bailey, bang. Robert Salah gets his guy. If Robert Salah wasn't hired as the head coach recently, I would probably have the Titans taking a wide receiver in this spot. But I do not think Salah can pass up a nasty edge rusher who led the nation in sacks. Love it. Really like it from the Titans. Really like what the Titans have going on there with their coaching staff. I think they're going to be a fun team next year. You know I'm a Cam Ward guy. Shout out Offensive Rookie of the Year, plus 350. Don't cash it. New York Giants, Francis Mauigoa. I've seen people mocking wide receiver Caleb Downs to the Giants in this spot, but Mauigoa is a special talent. The Giants have a bad O-line. Yeah, Giants cannot go sexy here. They cannot. You cannot go sexy here. You need trench. That's what you need. Trench. Love that. Browns, Carnell Tate. I think the Browns are going to be pretty unhappy with both the big offensive linemen already off the board at 6. But since I do not see them reaching for Monroe Freeling out of Georgia, I believe the local stud Tate will be a nice consolation prize for a team that desperately needs a star wide receiver. Yeah. Caleb Downs is not a wide receiver. Oh, yeah. He fucked that one up. Yeah. He's sorry. He said he's sorry. Yep, he said he's sorry. Carnell Tate to the Browns. Ohio State, Ohio guy. Well, who do they already have at wide receiver? Shit, they don't really have anybody. They don't have anybody. Yeah, probably going to have that. You're probably going to have to do that. I did not slurp the Titans last year. I slurped fucking Cam Ward. Thank you very much. Yeah, Snake signs with Book. It becomes Bob Ryan. Honestly, though, I think he's kind of in his bag. Washington Commanders, Jordan Tyson at number 7. Good move. Absolutely good move. I like the Commanders. I like their nucleus. No, actually, I should take that back. They don't really have a nucleus. They just have Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels. You got to get a wide receiver. You have to. Yep. Show me 11. All I care about. Saints, Ruben Bain. Oh, no. Bain's going to fall to 8, dude. No way. Bain's going to fall to 8. Oh, yeah. Where did Kingsbury go? P-Dub. That's right. Where did Kingsbury go? Where'd Cliff go? Tate isn't going before Tyson, is he? I don't know. His 8 picks. Where did Cliff Kingsbury go? Shut the fuck up. Where the fuck was I? Are you kidding me? Cliff Kingsbury is the offensive coordinator for the Rams? Where the fuck was I? Are you fucking with me? What is he? What? You gotta be fucking kidding me. What? Why did he do that? Why would he leave an offensive coordinating position with the Washington Commanders to go just be on the staff with the Rams? He probably just wanted to get out of DC. DC's not for everybody. You know, Cliff Kingsbury, you saw a picture of him in that mansion in Arizona when he was the head coach. He seems like a guy that just wants to just slay West Coast broads. Absolutely. He's not a DC guy. You ever go to the bar scene in DC? Listen, I like DC. It's a cool city, but you go in there and everybody's just talking about politics. Everybody's just talking about their job. Cliff Kingsbury might not be the brightest bulb in the chandelier. He just knows football. He just wants to talk football. So you go to LA. You know what I mean? Oh, he got fired. Yeah. I saw a great shirt one time. It was like, it said, too ugly for LA, too dumb for New York. I thought that was pretty funny. But I don't know why that's relevant. But yeah, that's probably what Cliff Kingsbury wanted to do. He probably just wanted to go LA and just, you know, California girls, they're undeniable. AZ Dukes, bikini on top. I could see Cliff Kingsbury probably singing that song the whole flight to LA. Pretty interesting. Yeah. DC women are just Jay Gruden sloppy second. That, dude, Vegas Tom, that is like, that low key that's a great comment. That is a really, really good comment. Good for you. Nice job. All right, let's keep moving. I don't like Ruben Bain going to the Saints because I am a Bucks fan, and that is terrifying. That's terrifying. You got to like what the Saints are building. You just absolutely have to like it. Sheesh. Concerning. All right, he's got Jeremiah Love going to the Chiefs. That's really too bad because I love Jeremiah Love, and I hate the fucking Chiefs. I'm so sick of the Chiefs, but that is a great draft pick. It's a great draft pick. Hey, listen, man, some of you guys aren't going to like this, but I was a Chiefs fan. If I was a Chiefs fan, I couldn't spend another second watching Kareem Hunter's Isaiah Pacheco be my team's lead back. Don't get me started on Carson Steele. Yeah, you know, the problem is I just sort of, I don't think the Chiefs are very good at developing running backs either. You know, it is draft malpractice if Bain falls to 8. No, I don't disagree with you at all. And then the Bengals are going to get Caleb Downs. This is very well maybe being the steal of the draft. I think a guy who simply does it all to a defense. Absolutely. Do you remember when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl? If I'm not mistaken, they had some pretty good, I don't know what's going on here. They had some pretty good defensive backs. Do you guys remember that? I don't think they had, they had a guy. They had a guy that went to the Falcons, and then they lost both of them the very next year. It was really important, losing both safeties. Do you guys remember that? The safety, Caleb Downs, right? Yeah. No, not Eli Apple. Bates. Yep, Jesse Bates. Yep, Awuzie. That's right. Ravens going to trade for Crosby. Bates. Yep. Eli burnt. No. Yeah, Bates. That's who it was. They had Bates, and they had somebody else, too. I forget. All right, there was another good one Steak had. There's another mock draft here. Let's go check it out. These are picks 11 through 20. All right, let's see how we did. I don't know what's going on with my computer. This keeps happening, and it's driving me insane. Okay, way too early. Is this good sharing the screen like this? I don't know if you guys can really see it. Anyway, Mansour Delaney, CB, cornerback at LSU. This one's pretty simple. The defensive-minded head coach will absolutely address the team's biggest defensive need with his first pick. And there's no better way to do it than by taking the best cornerback in the draft. Dallas Cowboys, Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State. Damn, that's a good one. Yep. Kind of like what the Cowboys are doing. I'll go ahead and say it. I'll say it. I'm buying Cowboy stock. I'll say it. You guys in or out on that? I'm buying Cowboy stock. In or out? Alan Dims, what's your model say? How many wins? Stakes mock. Was Von Bell? Yeah, yeah. Maybe. Austin says they will always have a shot. Cowboys stink, same shit every year. I'm buying stock on the Cowboys. I like what they did. I like what they did with their defense, and I think they have enough offensively. I really wish they didn't let Rico Dowdle go, though. Rico Dowdle showed I didn't respect him at first, and he came on the scene. He was making plays. I couldn't believe they let him walk. You're out on the Cowboys? Okay. Freeze is an Eagles fan. Got you. Yeah. Someone's got to win that division, so maybe. Yeah. Gelato says win total over. Absolutely. Sure. Yeah. Okay. If they get Sonny Styles, that is a big win for the Cowboys. All right. Shout out Prime Bets. Rams, Jermon McCoy, cornerback, Tennessee. Yeah, that's probably the move. That's what they should do. That makes sense. A lot of people have the Rams adding a dynamic receiver here with Devontae Adams getting older. Well, I don't think that's an awful idea. No, it's not an awful idea, but I'd probably go secondary. Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold just cooked your ass. He just cooked you, you know? 14, Baltimore. Ala Vaviga Loane. I don't know if I said that right. If I don't know how to pronounce somebody's name, I'll just sing it. Penn State guard, sure. How do we feel about that, Ravens fans? Goots, you're a Ravens fan. I won't buy Cowboys stock with Dak at the reins. Sure. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure a lot of Ravens fans want the sexy pick here. Mekhi Lemon, the wide receiver from USC. And don't get me wrong, this team absolutely needs another playmaker. But I can't see Baltimore pairing Zay Flowers with the receiver under 6 feet tall. Good take, Steak. With Tyler Linderbaum due to hit free agency in March, shoring up the offensive line feels like a smarter move. Loane keeps this unit strong and physical up front. I like that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. What does he got? Let's see. No-brainer pick. Cassius Howell, edge, A&M. Love it. No-brainer. The Bucs have big run stoppers, but they don't have a true stud off the edge. Howell gives them exactly that speed, pressure, and offensive identity piece. Oh, love it. New York Jets, Mekhi Lemon. Yes. Good get. Wouldn't be shocked if Aaron Glenn used both first-round picks on defense, but after seeing the Ravens and Rams pass on Lemon, wide receiver with superstar potential, I think Glenn pulls the trigger. Yeah, good move. I like Lemon. You think Mike Evans stays on the Bucs? Not really. I don't think he stays with the Bucs. I mean, I wish he would. You know, we're not winning another Super Bowl. I hate to tell you that, Bucs Nation. We're not. But I think it'd be great if he did. I really do. Do I think he will? Probably not. But actually, I don't know. I could see Mike Evans saying, fuck it. Let me just stay here and retire a buck. Yeah, Raven. Nah. Oh, this is a really, really, really good pick here. Another no-brainer. Steak, how many times are we going to say fucking no-brainer? Caden Proctor, offensive tackle. If Taylor Decker retires, becomes the biggest no-brainer of all time. Holy shit. This motherfucker and his no-brainer on repeat. This pick feels like a no-brainer. Becomes the biggest no-brainer. Jared Goff needs protections. That's a no-brainer. He looks like a completely different quarterback when he has it. And Proctor's the best offensive lineman available here. All right. Yeah, no-brainer. No-brainer. I swear, if Steak says no-brainer again in these last fucking 3, I'm burning this article. I'm going to print it out. I'm going to light it on fire. Minnesota Vikings, Avion Terrell, cornerback, Clemson. Minnesota needs another defensive back to pair with Byron Murphy, Isaiah Rodgers, and Brian Flores' defense. There are solid options here, but Terrell's man coverage dominance sets him apart. Feels like he's the right fit at 18. Sure. Carolina Panthers. Minnesota, is there a quarterback available? I'm just kidding. You want me to be honest? It's a no-brainer. That's right, Hovey. Get that motherfucker. Carolina Panthers, Keldrick Falk. Edge, Auburn. Carolina needs edge since trading Brian Burns to the Giants. They finally get it here. Falk is young and raw. Pause. But the ceiling is insanely high. This is a swing on upside. Ooh, there we go. Makes sense. Kind of like saying no brainer. Kind of like it. Sorry, quantitative. Dallas Cowboys, Akeem Messenger. Dallas would probably run to the podium for Falk or Howell if they were available, but Messenger is far from a bad consolation prize. The Cowboys clearly want this defense to become a strength, not a weakness. Doubling down. I love it. I love it. Give it up for Steak. Great job. I think Steak did a great job. This was a perfect time for some content. Slow time in the sports content world with just college basketball here. We've got the Olympics fucking everything up, obviously. But don't take my word for it, okay? We had a couple overtime games yesterday, and because of that, we don't get a fucking Senators-Penguin game tonight, which I would love to bet on, because you know what would happen. You know the Senators would probably be like open like minus 105. The Penguins would be minus 115, and then some steam would hit the Senators on the road too, where the Penguins are pretty good at home. And the Sens would get up to like from minus 105 to minus 117. And then you're like, oh shit, are you fucking leaning into that steam? Are you fading that steam? And what's fake sharp? What isn't? I would love that. But don't worry. Hey, we got Sweden, USA going in overtime. All right. I'm going to take a quick piss. This has been an hour straight of yapping. Does my voice hurt? My voice hurt. Does my throat hurt a little bit? Yeah. Okay. Pause. Whatever. I'm trying to get ahead of the pauses. So I might over pause a little bit, but if I get ahead of the pauses, you guys won't be able to pause me. That's the way I look at it. The Genesis Invitational has started, by the way. It's officially started. I don't have any first-round leaders, but I do have some wagers. Feel good about my card. I really do. I have Fleetwood, Cam Young. Who else did I take? Sepp. Sepp's back, baby. People forget I invented Sepp Straka. Fuck else did I take? Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, Jake Knapp. Yep. I think Fleetwood's winning too. Probably Scotty by 6. I'm gonna take a quick piss. We're gonna talk about today's college basketball slate. And Knapp, yeah, man, go piss. I will. I'm gonna go piss right now. But I'm just preparing you for what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back. Now, here's the problem. Okay. The day that I am solo is a day where we have just the nastiest of nastiest slates. But we're gonna do what we can. Okay. And I'll tell you what I'm interested in doing. I'm interested in finding a fucking underdog. All right. Because you know what? As much as I love Steak, and I really do, I love Steak. I'm sick of this guy being a bitch. That's right. I know he's listening. I'm sick of him being a bitch. This motherfucker comes out of nowhere with his dogs of the day, goes up 88 units in the NBA. Next season, all we all want is dog of the day. But Steak likes to do the opposite of what people like. That's just what he does. Why? I don't know. But I'm like, hey, man, let's find an underdog. He says he likes Arkansas, says he likes Rutgers, backs off of both of them. Bitch. Instead, he takes a 10.5 point favorite in fucking West Virginia. Bitch. Sick of that. So around here, we're done. We ain't being no bitch. We're going to find a fucking underdog, because why can't some stupid ass school fucking upstate South Carolina beat Winthrop tonight? Why can't they? There's no reason. But if Steak's fucking retired dog of the day ass was up here, he'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Enough of that shit. You're going to tell me FIU can't beat Liberty? That's what you're going to tell me? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I'm out here. I'm hunting for underdogs. That's what I'm doing today, okay? And if you're in here with me, you got no fucking choice. You're hunting for underdogs too. All right? But first, I got to pee. Be right back. Build it up, build it up, build it up, let the beat drop. Build it up, let the beat drop. Build up, let the beat. Let that motherfucking beat drop. All right, listen. Logan Degen. It's just not good. I feel like I'm at a 90s German rave. You don't want to be at a 90s German rave? You don't want that? What would you rather do? You want to be at a packed bar in the West Village in 2026? Because I can tell you what. I've been there. Fucking sucks. It sucks. That's what you want? Give me a 90s German rave any day. I would love to go back and party in the fucking, not really the rave thing. Rave's not my days, but like the Studio 54 days. You know? Yeah. I know, dude. Also, in all seriousness, my options are limited, okay? There's 8 options that are stored here. I'm going to play each one of them for you for 3 seconds, and you're going to tell me, you know what? That was probably the best 1 or 2 of the options. That's 1. This one's actually not so bad. It's a hard knock life for us. You know, you can kind of see it. Oh, that's the old school BTL music, isn't it? That's a good song. That's not bad. That one sucks. That was my OG right there. Yeah. But you see what I'm saying? You know, 2. This one? You guys like this one? I don't really like this one that much. Not really my favorite. All right, let's get into it. Sicko slate, absolutely sicko slate. Listen, you know I know absolutely nothing about these teams, okay? So I need you all to help me lean into it and tell me what you like, what you don't like. Let's get into the board. I'm going to share the screen here. Yeah, let's pick it up. We got the Vermont Catamounts against the UMBC Retrievers, okay? WMBC. If you've never seen Private Parts, it's a phenomenal movie, one of my favorite movies. I don't know if anyone in here is old enough to remember Howard Stern, but used to be very good back in the day. Now I got no idea who the fucking guy is, but it's besides the point. Vermont, UMBC looks like the right line. 7-5 on the road. Vermont 9-2 at home. UMBC. We're not going to get involved with this one. How about we go down to FIU? So here's what I'm talking about. Florida International against Liberty. Talk to me about this game for a second, because I just want to know, why is it not worth taking a little shot on FIU to cause some fucking chaos? Like, why is it not worth it? Under 141. Liberty's just that good, are they? Wow. 34% of the bet, 74% of the money. I mean, there's only 11,000 wagered on this, if anybody gives a shit. 100 picks on Liberty money line. That's so funny already. So this is all I'm wondering. Okay, if you go look at FIU's past results, they actually have been pretty bad. They had 3 games they lost out of 4, and the one they won, they went to overtime with Middle Tennessee State. But they were underdogs in that game. Okay. I'm sorry, LMNG. I don't know what happened. Liberty's last loss was to NC State back in December. Okay. Well, I'm just saying crazy things can happen tonight, you know? Don't you think crazy things can happen? Who does FIU have on, or Liberty have on deck? They've got Western Kentucky. Yeah, it's not a fucking look ahead game, I'll tell you that. But Liberty just won at UTEP 73-64. They were 6.5 point favorites. They're favorites in every game they play. Double digit wise, though, they're not that great. Didn't cover 9.5, didn't cover 13.5, didn't cover 8.5, didn't cover 10.5. They did cover 14.5 against Delaware. All I'm saying is I like FIU to fucking cause some chaos. FIU had a nice bounce back, okay? They lost outright as 7.5 point dogs to Delaware. They had a nice bounce back, 2.5 points favorites at home against La Tech. They won 77-64. Why can't FIU shock the fucking world tonight? It's Sicko Thursday. You know, Liberty's a tough barn. Where is Liberty? Washington? I'm gonna take a shot on FIU. I'll take the fucking money line. I want some dogs. I'm tired of being a bitch. 11 plus 11 and ML. It's in Virginia. Yeah, it would be in fucking Virginia. Anything that's like remotely similar to like colonial times, it's Liberty, freaking George Mason, Washington, whatever. It's in Virginia, it's in Pennsylvania. 434 rep. All right. Well, I'm taking FIU tonight. Let's go back to the board here. How about Binghamton? Binghamton and Bryant. Nah, there's not much to talk about in this game. We can find better ones. UMass Lowell, New Hampshire. I drove through New Hampshire the other day and I realized something. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I forget New Hampshire is a state. I do. I have to admit I forget New Hampshire is a state. Is New Hampshire the most forgettable state in the U.S.? When you're driving 95 on the East Coast, you go from like Connecticut to Massachusetts to like New Hampshire for like a minute, and then you're in Maine. Yeah. The East Coast states blow. That's what I'm saying. There's actually, somebody said the U.S. has like low key a lot of good spots. Not really. Like on the East Coast, if I want to move out of New York, I don't know where the fuck I'd move to. There's really not that many great places that I know of, at least. Maybe there's a lot of really well-kept secrets. Truthfully, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, like Savannah and Charleston. But I don't know. I mean, I would live in Savannah. Charleston, I don't know. Maybe. Not really the biggest South Carolina guy. Like Washington, D.C., Philly, Boston. But like, that's it. You don't have to apologize. Nathan Beery, love that. No, I'm not in on Baltimore. You know what Baltimore feels like to me? Baltimore feels like you see, like the problem is the Northeast has like so much old money. And I'm not from that, I'm a fucking shithead from Central Florida. I got no connections up here that from my family, just ones that I've made from my work relationship. But like, I feel like everybody up here, your dad was like a fucking hedge fund manager. And then you grow up, you do whatever, you play lacrosse, you do whatever you want in high school. You go get some bullshit fucking college degree. You roll out of college. You had a great time. You got a decent GPA. Decent. You're not very smart, but you're not stupid. And then you just have your fucking uncle or your dad get you a connection. Then you start working at like Deloitte or something. You start working at some fucking, venture capital firm or whatever. You just start working in finance. You get started with a nice $70,000, $80,000 salary. You grind your dick off for 3 to 4 years. You get a couple nice bonuses. Then everybody does that. They just 23, 24 years old. They work their ass off. They're so young, it doesn't really matter. And then you get a nice cushy, not cushy, but you get a nice bonus, and then you're doing good. But like everybody knows everybody type of thing. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I feel like the Northeast is like. And I like the Northeast in general. I like seasons. I like these small towns. I like the food is okay. It feels like fresh farm to table type shit, straight like from the ocean. If I'm eating lobster, I was in Maine. I had some pretty good lobster. Chelly is from Deloitte. That's funny. A lot of Epsteiners. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just like that. I just can't figure out the Northeast, but I like it. I do like it. But also, I like Boston a lot. I really like Boston, but Boston's a city. It's like, you gotta be really good at like, you gotta be really intelligent, or you gotta be like really good at drinking. And I'm really good at drinking. So that's not good. I don't want to lean into that, and it gets colder up there too. Vermont's most forgettable New England state. Okay. Yeah. Just drove through Washington all the way to Boston. I can tell you, I know why everyone is so miserable over there. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Richmond is slept on. I've heard some good things about Richmond. My wife knows somebody, her and her husband moved out there. The husband's a chef. They kind of like Richmond. I don't know. I just don't know where you live. I don't know where you live. It's like, I'm not anti-Florida. I don't really want to go back to Florida. The Tampa area is cool. I really like that. I kind of wish that'd be like a fun, like more of like in your 20s and single type thing. I think I don't really want to do South Florida. It's hard. It's hard to find a place to live, to think about where to live, unless you're just like born in some fucking town or something. It's like, it's just so normal to you. But as an outsider, I don't know. Things are a little bit different. You know what I mean? Yeah. I kind of think of, I think North Carolina is actually slept on. I think Raleigh's okay. I like Asheville. I don't really know necessarily about living there full time. Charlotte seems a little too boring for me. I don't really know anything about the state of South Carolina. I can't see myself in South Carolina. Yeah, Florida before COVID. No, I don't know about all that. Florida's full COVID ruined it. I don't think so. Florida was still wacky before that, but I don't hate Florida. I don't have any necessarily beef on Florida, but Central Florida sucks. Central Florida sucks. And then it's like Jacksonville is, I don't know. Jacksonville's like Bushwick. You keep hearing about Bushwick. It's like, 10 years out, it'll be great. Bushwick will be great. You kind of feel like that way about Jacksonville a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I like to golf. Yeah, I golf. I'm not very good at it, but I like to golf. Yeah. Now, Charleston is dope. I just don't know about living there full time. I do like Savannah, though. I like Savannah. Always hear horrible things about St. Louis. I know a guy that moved to St. Louis. His wife is in the medical field, and she had like her residency there. I think they like it, but I'm sorry. I think they're okay there, but I think they can't wait to get the fuck out. Something happened to St. Louis. I think like the politicians ruined it or something. I don't know. Shocker. When have you heard that before? Bunch of dumb fucking idiots. Anyways, we're not getting into that on this show. Let's get back to the board. So far, we got FIU. What else do we have? We got South Carolina Upstate and Winthrop. App State seems like a good game. Yeah, Florida's got some things going for it for sure. I'm not a Florida hater, honestly. Not a Florida hater. It's just, again, it's like, where do you end up? Where do you end up? Like the places you want to live. I feel like everybody's really quiet about it because they don't want you to know. Because once it gets out, everybody's going to move there. They're going to ruin it. You know what I'm saying? Come to Sioux Falls. Yeah, very funny. Fuck it. Isn't that where Beav is? App State, 2.5-point favorites at home against Marshall. Total 144.5. 10-3 at home. Marshall is 5-7 on the road. I'll tell you what. I think Marshall could be today's Dayton. Marshall. App State 2.5. Yeah, kind of like Marshall today. I do. 2-8 ATS in their last 10. App State's 8-2 in their last 10. 10-3 at home. You just need them to win by 2.5. Let's see if they've played already. This is where this stuff kind of matters, App State coming off a loss. Bounce back at home. Bounce back at home. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want some more of it? Ooh, Marshall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row they have not covered. 5 in a row they have not covered. Give me Marshall. I think App State looks easy. That's what I think. I think App State looks fucking easy today. All right. Holy shit, this slate sucks. This is brutal. Appreciate you guys hanging out, though. Always have a good time just chopping it up, shooting the shit, Mercer, Chattanooga. See, here, this is what I'm talking about. Why can't Chattanooga beat today's Utah? Why can't Chattanooga beat Mercer? Mercer's 12-0 at home, 17-10, 8-1 ATS at home. Chattanooga's 4-9 on the road. They're 10-17. They suck. But so what? Wacky things happen. Mercer can't lose. Mercer's feeling a little good. I don't like how good they're feeling. 1 and covered against Furman, 3.5-point favorites. 1 and covered at Citadel. Now they're coming back home. And they got to play Chattanooga. Let's see. Last time they played, oh, shit. Last time they played Chattanooga, they lost to Chattanooga. 79-75 in Chattanooga, 4.5. Oh, shit. Yeah, Mercer looks good. Oh, boy. This Chattanooga could be a Middle Tennessee spot. Obvious revenge game for Mercer. And you got him where you want him, too. You're at home. I might dive into Chattanooga a little bit, guys. I might. Yep. Nap Birdie. Come on, Adam's got picks. Let's go. Jake Knapp. Should we take Jake Knapp first round leader? What's going on over there? Hold on. Let's go, Jake Knapp. How about Knapp first round leader? What do we say? No? Why? What's going on? You got me all fired up for nothing? Matsuyama first round leader. I heard that 5 times yesterday. Well, you know what? Sometimes everybody's right. Jake Knapp tied second, -1. All right, hold on. I'm going to go to the Pickett. I'm going to my Pickett app right now. I'm going to go to golf. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Okay. Show more. And I want to go to round 1 finishing position. Jake Knapp 35-1. Fuck it. Chattanooga doesn't look too easy for you. No, but maybe. Knapp is one of my 4 horsemen, so I don't hate it. Yeah, he's on my card as well, motherfucker. 27-1. Why not? Why not? Let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. Oh, also, the NBA is back. Great day for Steak not to be here, this fucking scumbag. Fucking guy. Leaves me hanging with the worst college basketball slate of all time. And then you got fucking the NBA back. What am I supposed to talk about with the Pacers and Wizards? Give me a break. I'll tell you who's skull fucking tonight. The Cleveland Cavaliers are skull fucking tonight. They're about to go on a tear. They are about to go on a tear. Chad, if I were you, I'd bet Knapp to bogey the next hole. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Hovey, you scumbag? Hold on. I gotta tweet this out and let the world know, you know? Gotta let the world know. Blame a guy for having a life. Ha ha. No, I know. I'm just kidding. Degen curse is real. Fuck you. But you're not wrong. He's not wrong. But also, fuck him. All right, where are we at? Florida International para mí. Marshall Thundering Herd. I like them. Ooh, Memphis and USF sounds like a pretty good game. Let's go look at this game. Where were we, chat? All right, New England, Northeastern. Holy shit. Northeastern is favored against Drexel. What happened to Drexel? My gosh. I'm going to say Knapp has that look, but I'm also not watching. Knapp has that look. Not watching. But I can feel it. But I can sense it. Boom. All right. The bet is out. The bet is out to the Twitter world. Northeastern, by the way, favored 6-18, 1-9 of their last 10 against Drexel. That might have to be today's JMU. Northeastern. We could ladder a hot dude, although nobody's hot today because the season's just back. You know, Cootie Birdie on one. Let's fucking go. Fuck that guy. All right, talk to me about Memphis and USF. USF is rolling. They're 8.5. Oh, I hate this number. Frodo lost another hockey nuke. Hopefully Beav is okay. Who is Frodo? Fruity? Beav is such a funny guy. Beav just loves tailing Fruity on hockey. He just has the itch and he just has to gamble, huh? I am totally fine not gambling, especially when we got March Madness right around the corner. That's why I am formerly the degenerate. I am no longer a true degenerate. That's right. Flame me, you motherfuckers. All right. USF is really good at home. They're 10-2 at home. Memphis is not very good. What has Memphis been doing lately? Could Memphis come out and punch this team in the mouth? They look like they might be dead. Lost to Utah State by 13.5 by 24 points. Okay, chat. Okay. Is anybody taking Memphis tonight? Anybody? You guys are so funny. I think it's hilarious how many people just blindly tail people, but I understand Fruity knows puck. I mean, Fruity definitely knows puck. What was the game? I don't even know. Oh, is it women's? Is it women's hockey? You guys are so funny. What was the hockey nuke? Was it women's hockey? Who was it? No? Okay. I'm just going to keep talking then. I don't think anybody's going to be taking Memphis today. Yeah. Sweden money line lost in a horrible OT. USA -1.5. How patriotic. It's like the fucking the Dodgers -1.5. SFL just played a really tight game with FAU. 8.5 seems like a lot of respect. You think so, dude? Memphis was just 13.5 at Utah State, brother. I don't know about that. I don't know what I've been told. I don't know. Memphis might be feisty. Is Penny Hardaway still the coach there? Yeah, they did four wins in a row. They got at Rice next. Memphis more like Memphis. Am I right? You are right. I like that one. I'm gonna take a shot on Memphis because I'm feeling some dogs. Today feels like a day. Today feels like a day for fucking Memphis basketball. Drexel, I'm gonna take Northeastern. Exactly. Why are they 8.5 here? Why not 10.5? Right. Exactly. Seems like a lot of respect. Right, Memphis respect. Is that what you're saying? I don't really know what you're saying. I think Memphis, after just getting their fucking ass kicked, nobody's going to want to take them. Give me Memphis. All right, let's go to the next game. Who do we have next? We've got just a little Monmouth action. Could Monmouth be a dog? Listen, I'm not trying to force every game to be dogs here. I'm just saying. UNC Wilmington. Oh, you know what? I just heard John Fanta talking about UNC Wilmington as a team that could make a run. Talk about another dog that could win outright. UNC Wilmington getting glazed. UNC Wilmington getting glazed. Do we fade the UNC Wilmington glaze? The Seahawks of UNC Wilmington against Monmouth. Where is Monmouth? That's what I would like to know. Where is Monmouth? I have no idea. What a funny name for a school, by the way. The Monmouth. The Monmouth should have been Moths. The Monmouth Moths. All right. Monmouth is on the road against UNC Wilmington. UNC Wilmington is laying 8. Now, Monmouth is 8-4 ATS on the road. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see what UNC Wilmington's been up to. Oh, they're covering machines. Covered 5 of their last 6. They are at home. They played Elon. They were 8.5. They won by 11. They played Hofstra, 2.5-point favorites. They won by 4. Uh-oh. This is the third game of a 3-game home stretch. They've won and covered every single one. Wouldn't it be a shame if Monmouth came in there and punched them in the fucking mouth? Honestly, dude, you know what? Maybe I'm forcing it a little bit. I just think today is a day for dogs. I do. Because why can't Monmouth beat UNC Wilmington? They're 14-12. They're not terrible. What did Monmouth just do? Monmouth just beat Towson. They did not cover. They beat Drexel by 20. They were 1.5-point dogs. They beat Stony Brook. They were 1.5-point dogs. Monmouth has been fucking rolling. Monmouth has been fucking rolling. Oh, you don't say. Hovey, you better go fucking bet got a fucking bogey again next hole, blah, 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 blah. Suck it, Hovey, you bitch, you zip-lining motherfucker. That's great, baby. That's great. We love that. We love that around here. Yep. I'm telling you, I don't even need to watch it. I can tell. Knapp has that fucking look. Knapp has that look. I'm telling you, if Knapp gets first round leader, we are making, somebody needs to make me a meme or a graphic or whatever you want to call it of Hovey ziplining down into a big puddle of piss. That's what I want. Big puddle of piss. One day into Lent, no steak. Unbelievable. Very funny. Is that true, by the way? Are we into Lent? I should give up something. How long? If you give up something for Lent, how long do you have to give it up for? Like 40 days? Is that what you have to give up? Is that what you have to give up? You give up something, you give it up for 40 days? Until Easter. I love when people say until Easter. I don't know when that is. I don't know when like Labor Day, Memorial Day. I don't know when any of these days are. I know Christmas is on the 25th. That's all I can really remember. And Thanksgiving is the 3rd Thursday of November. When is Easter? How many days we got? April 5th. All right, April 5th. So it's the 19th. We got another 9 days. 4. Ooh, geez. There's 31 days in March. It's over 40 days. All right, what can I give up for like 40-something days? Let's go, Cootie. Fuck him. Do you know when July 4th is? Very funny quantitative. Yep. Smacking Hornets money line all day. Love that. Oh, I could give up cocaine. No problem. No, I can't give up gambling for 40 days. I'm not a cocaine guy. I haven't really been smoking as many cigarettes already, so that's kind of easy. I do like to drink. I could give up something for drinking. I've just gotten back into old fashions. How about I can give up margaritas? I'll give up margaritas. How about that? What's za? Pizza? Yeah. Yeah, give up beer. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I can give up margaritas. I can definitely go till April 5th without having a margarita. Yeah. He's on Knapp first round leader. What are we talking about? He didn't like him prior to that. Adam, are you talking about me? And no. Are you talking about me and Knapp? I'm on Knapp outright. If that's what you're talking about. Unless you're talking about somebody else. Oh, Cootie. No, fuck Cootie. Yeah. No. Fuck Cootie. Yeah. Solo Jeff. What's up, Guru? No espresso martinis. I'm not really the biggest espresso martini guy. Steak loves the espresso martinis. He really does. It's like, I get it. It's good. But, like fucking chocolate cake is good too. I'm not eating chocolate cake every single day. You know what I'm saying? The guy, he's I'm not going to say he has no self-control because he's got self-control. But when he gets into something, he gets into it a lot. You know what I mean? Steak is on first round nap. He is? That motherfucker. Did I steal his swagger? Was he on it before me? I didn't even know that. Well, we're collabing. I had no idea. Hold on. Oh wow, this tweet for Bill Self is doing really well. I'm glad people agree. Nap has that look. All right, hold on. Let's see when Steak tweeted it. I probably stole his thunder. Yesterday, I got called Osama bin Laden for betting Sweden plus 1.5, but I don't care. Cash it. So now I'm back with another unpatriotic play. Hillary Knight to not score a goal. Someone more American than me come match this. Oh, that's fun. I just bet $50 on all these guys. Oh, yeah. By the way, I don't know if Steak is still in here. That picture, that goes hard. That picture goes very hard. Yep. That picture goes very hard. Great job, Steak. Whoever made that. Do you think he made that? Magic Mushroom says Rockets by 14.5. What? You think they're going to win by 14.5? That's very specific. He posted it on X earlier. That's funny that you call it X. I have a hard time doing that. I still call it Twitter. All right, Nap first round leader. We're not going to cash it yet, but we're getting very close. Was he 200 through 4? No, 200 through 5 maybe, or 4. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. Let's get back to the board. I've got a couple things written down so far, all right? I'm going to review these with you. I've got FIU, spread and money line, Marshall, Chattanooga. Don't love Chattanooga. Like Chattanooga. Northeastern. I'll do ML. That's today's JMU, in my opinion. Memphis. Spread and ML. I'm going to do spread money line for all these dogs. Monmouth. Another one. Spread and money line. I'm going to give all those fucking units back that I won last night. Last night, 7-3 plus a Sunday steak special. I won half a unit on everything because I'm a bitch, but I don't care. How many units did I win last night? 4. Well, I'll tell you what, my pick will tell me. How do I go? All right, here we go. Look at that. Couple of losing days. 1, 2, 3 losing days in a row. Bang! That's why you never give up, bitch. $401.49. That's 4 units. I'm about to give all of them back. Why do you eat so much pizza? I don't eat so much pizza. What the fuck are you talking about, Bobby Barcelona? I did have I had a frozen pizza. I tweeted about it. That tweet did pretty well. A lot of people had things to say. I think it had like 100 comments. I was curious on what the best frozen pizza was. When I went to Trader Joe's and I got a bunch of food when the big snowstorm was coming, I snagged a frozen pizza. I threw one in there. But you know what? Now that I'm remembering this, I didn't get it from Trader Joe's, because if I got it from Trader Joe's, I would have gotten some hipster fucking, like smaller brand thing. But I got DiGiorno. I went to another, that's what I did. I went to another grocery store to get my essentials, like the Blue Ranch Cool Doritos and the Hellman's Mayo, the shit that's terrible for you, but I can't quit. And so I went to the frozen pizza section. I was like, I want a frozen fucking pizza if we get snowed in for a couple days. Sounds fun. Sounds great. So my wife was down. She's not we're not frozen pizza people. But I was like, let's just try it. We haven't had frozen pizza in a long time. Sounds fun, right? That's how you spice up your relationship, by the way, okay? Take some notes. So I said, where do you get DiGiorno? I haven't had DiGiorno. I don't know DiGiorno. I don't know frozen pizza ball. Let's start here. It's the biggest brand. Square up. I did not love it. Now, no con knipple. Okay, my wife's not here. She's a great cook. I do think she put it in the oven for just maybe a little too long. All right. Don't tell her I said that. So I don't know if it's her fault, but the bottom was it wasn't burnt, but it was like, there was no flop. It was crispy, really crispy. Maybe that's how they work. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe that's what happens. But it was very doughy. It was really doughy. Like it was like dense, Not my favorite. Not bad, not my favorite. I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. But I will try other frozen pizza. I know my stepdad likes Red Baron's. Red Baron's is pretty good. I had some of that. A lot of people said Red Barons. That probably was the most common response that I got. I don't know anything about Paul Newman's. I never heard of Paul Newman's in my life. You asked me what Paul Newman's is, I would have said he was like a fucking piano player in like some fucking band in the 80s or something, Paul Newman. But now it kind of makes sense. I feel like I see a face. I just don't know what he sells. Red Barons is elite. Yep. Tombstone, right? That's considered edible. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Paul Newman knows his way around a frozen pizza. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nothing but dough. Worst piece of choice. Oh, stuff ain't nothing but dough. Worst piece of choice in history. Yeah, you're talking about the choice I made with DiGiorno, right? It was not good. Totino's got me through college, but I will never eat it again. Not edible. Right. You know what got me through college? Domino's 555 thin crust. Half sausage, half pepperoni. Smother, just dip that whole fucking thing in ranch dressing. That's right. Squeal. That's right. I know you're not happy about it. Anyways, where were we? Back to the board. You guys came for the fucking locks. You guys came for the winners, and by God, I'm going to give them to you. I'm going to fucking give them to you. And if they're not locks and they're not winners, forget I said anything, all right? It's all your fault. You shouldn't have fucking pressed the button. You shouldn't have tailed. But if they win and I gave them to you, glaze me to the high heavens. That's how this works. Have you not figured it out by now? Okay? If I'm right, you glaze. If I'm wrong, your fault. DiGiorno crust ratios are the worst, right? Marco's Pizza is solid. All right, I'm overwhelmed now with pizza suggestions. I gotta start small. Domino's 2 minutes thrown out on each is absolute steal. Yeah, DC Betts knows ball. I've always I've doubted DC Betts as being an elite athlete. Never once would you find me doubting him knowing ball. I'm gonna need Pearson Cootie to fuck off. I'm going to need Pearson Cootie to fuck off. And I know that's not the way you pronounce his name. I don't care. It's how he spells it. It annoys me. He annoys me. His face annoys me. I don't like the guy. What a shot. Fuck. He's him. He's a fucking loser. He's going to shit his pants. But the problem is he's not going to shit his pants until tomorrow or the day after. He's probably going to lock in and get the first round leader. Shit. Pearson Cootie. Fuck that guy. Him and Davis Thompson competition for the fucking most punchable face on tour. Anyways, not a violent guy, by the way. Albany Great Danes against the New Jersey Institute of Technology Highlanders. I mean, my God, is there a better matchup in the history of college basketball when it comes to just team names? The Great Danes against the Highlanders? This is what I'm talking about. New Jersey Institute of Technology is laying 3.5 on the blue book. Total 142. This is New York versus New Jersey. Jeff W. Steak. What's up, Brando? Yep. No Steak today. I'll be back tomorrow. He is traveling. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I know I am not the best at bringing you the information and the insight in the sport of college basketball. Probably the worst time to have just me on camera with a microphone, but we're doing our best, okay? We are doing our best. IUPUI and Wright State. Ooh, IUPUI 7-21. That's not very good. Wright State 17-10. This line's not big enough. Add IUPUI to my fucking dog card, baby. Oh, Jeff, you're just putting every dog on the board on your card. Maybe I am. Sue me. Samford and the Citadel. The Citadel, 10.5 at home. How about this? I won't put that one on the board, on the card, okay? I won't put that one on the card. Charleston Cougars, 4.5-point favorites on the road against North Carolina A&T. No, thank you. I will probably take the IUPUI Jaguars against Wright State. The Wright State Raiders are -12 on the black and red book. No thanks. Chattanooga +11, +490 on the blue book money line. Can't wait to put $25 on that. My buddy goes to the Citadel, LMFAO. What's funny about that? Thoughts on Georgia State? GSU is horrible. Yep. Probably a lot because I won 4 units yesterday. Did you not hear? I went 7-3. I'm giving it all back tonight. All right. So just hang fucking tight. Austin, PA Governors against the North Florida Ospreys. Oh, brother. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the phone. Where is this game? Northern Florida against Austin, PA. North Florida 6-21 against Austin, PA. Austin, PA is going to North Florida to play basketball. They're 9-1 of their last 10. This is it. This is it. This is the one. This is the one. North Florida, outright. North Florida. You think Austin, PA is going to get up for a trip to fucking North Florida? Where is North Florida? I know it's the northern part of Florida. What town are we talking? Okay. They just beat Bellarmine. They beat Queens. They're covering. They're winning. They're rolling. Austin, PA. 14-0 in college baseball to start off the year. That's great. Sounds almost impossible, but good job. Yeah, Austin, PA is going to be faded here. Give me North Florida. What do we know about North Florida, by the way? Does anybody know anything about North Florida? What are they, the Ospreys? Yeah, they are the Ospreys. How the fuck did I know that? No idea. They just scored 56 points against Jacksonville, but they had 4 road games in a row. They covered 3, lost 3, played their ass off against Florida Gulf Coast, went to Jacksonville, 7.5-point dogs, 63-56. My God, that is pathetic. This is their Super Bowl. It is. Because you just bet it before that, Unc. LMAO. What are you talking about, Dogad? What did I do? I just bet it before that. What are you talking about? Okay. I'm finding some plays. Central Connecticut, 3.5 against Lemoyne. Oof, man, this is really, really tough. What are we eating for lunch today? Huh? It's Austin P. Oh. Hogue -3 through 3. Fuck. Nap is dead. You said off spray. Oh. Thank you very much, Miss Lippy. If you guys ever seen Billy Madison, if you haven't, get with the fucking program. Steak, chicken, spinach, rice. Nice. Sounds very good. Is that a meal prep or are you going out to get that? What do they call them nowadays? Slop bowls. You getting a $19 slop bowl? Raise your hand if you're getting Chipotle. Probably all of you getting Chipotle. Everybody gets fucking Chipotle for lunch. Shit sucks. Where are we? Don't get me started on Chipotle though. That's not what we're doing today. Is Unc doing an MLB season long entry? Yeah, sure. That sounds like a good time. Wright State against IUPUI. I already talked about that one. Where am I here? Kansas City against North Dakota. I will not be taking Kansas City +11 against North Dakota. Yep. Slot maxing. Low key, iCarly knows ball. Yeah. Goy slop is very funny. Taj. Wow. The Taj Nightball works here, huh? That's great. Yeah. That's great. That's just fucking great. Georgia State -1 against Georgia Southern. Wow. 9-18 favored against 15-12. Wow. Only problem here is Georgia Southern's been bad. They're 3-7 in the last 10, 1-9 ATS. But it is interesting to see a 9-18 team favored against a 15-12 team. 100%. Oh yeah, share screen. Sorry. Well, it's weird because I'm looking at one site, to see the stuff. Where am I? I'm into 8 o'clock. Where am I? Long Island. Long Island University Sharks. -8.5. I like Long Island University, but not gonna fuck around there. Not gonna fuck around. UT Martin Skyhawks. Skyhawks, great name. I like Arkansas Little Rock. I just like them. I don't really know why I like them, but I do. South Alabama against Texas State, 19-8 against 17-11. 2 teams playing well. That should be a good one. That should be a good game. Hofstra against Hampton. Now, that should be a game that I go to. Too bad it's at 8 o'clock. If it was at 6, I might go to it. I got to go check out Hofstra. I know that's in Long Island. Hampton, 12-14. Hofstra, 17-11. Nope, I don't have any interest in that one. Louisiana Lafayette against Arkansas State. I don't know why Louisiana Lafayette can't win that game outright. 6-7 at home. Let's keep moving. Georgia State, Hampton Pirates, Hofstra Pride. That's what they're called, the Pride. Interesting. Kansas City Roos, very fun, very fun. Central Arkansas Bears. Yep. Okay. All right. I think we are kind of coming to our max capacity on the fluxer here of what we are capable of doing on this board. I mean, this is just a nasty fucking board. I just don't know how much more I can really dig in and talk about it. SIU Edwardsville 17-10 -2 against Tennessee Tech. Maybe a little short, maybe not. Tarleton State -6 against Southern Utah. 2-13 on the road. That looks a little short. Tennessee Martin 20-8 against Little Rock. Oh baby, that's a square up play that you probably just want to lay it with. Tennessee Martin against Little Rock 20-8 against 10-17. Arkansas Little Rock, not good. That might be short. But that also could be a trap. That could be a one you just want to square up, Funny thing, I can't name one basketball player playing tonight. Cannot name one. Can you guys name one? How about this? Name one player on fucking Denver. 13-15. UT Martin in a bounce back spot. What's up, Luke Brainerd? South Dakota. SDAC 162.5. That looks high. Is that a high total? Or you're going to tell me SDAC runs, aren't you? You're going to tell me SDAC runs. The SDAC Coyotes. First total in the 160 since back in January 24th, 6 games ago. They went over. Yeah, that's a little high. Does Denver see totals this high? The Waddles. Look at Utah Tech UT Arlington game. I think I talked about it, didn't I? No, that total's not high. I thought I talked about that. We got North Texas and Tulane tonight. 5.5 point spread. That's a lot of respect for North Texas, isn't it? 15-11, 10-3 at home, 6-5 ATS. Tulane 5-2 on the road, 15-10 overall. North Texas gets respect, don't they? Does a Badger podcast I listen to. That's pretty cool. Wait, is that not like a conflict of interest? You're an assistant at Denver, but you could do a Wisconsin Badger podcast? Or are they the Denver Badgers? I don't know. That's confusing. Hey, what time, William Wagers, what time is that game? I'm trying to look for it. I can't find it. Utah Tech and Arlington. If it's UT Arlington, it might be 8 o'clock. Oh, it's at 7. Oh, I got to go all the way back. All right, hold on. I got to pee too. I did pretty good. Just one piss break so far today. I probably can only make it about another 2 minutes. All right, Utah Tech. Utah Tech and Texas Arlington. Texas Arlington 14-11. They're 3.5 point favorites against Utah Tech 16-11. Nothing weird about it because Utah Tech is 8-3 at home, 6-3 ATS. Utah Tech is 5-8 on the road. So I think the right team is favored. If you think that might be a little too much respect, I got no issue with the Texas Arlington play just from what I'm seeing here. 4-6 in their last 10. You could say Utah Tech might be a small trendy dog if people are going to play this game, Poker last night was cinema. Yeah, I really fucked that up, man. I wish I saw it. I really fucked that up. What else do we have? Tulane, North Texas. We're kind of coming to the end here. UC Santa Barbara. Like the ball knowers of the world will probably look into that game. Yep. Alan Dim says take UT Arlington. Okay. All right. Alan Dim's sharing what his model spits out. Appreciate that, Alan. What else do we have? No, I'm not looking at anything at 10 o'clock. All right. Oh, geez. Wow. You should watch this Vermont UBC game later. Vermont Big will become your favorite CBB player ever. It's got to be Arlington. Okay, well, Alan Dim says it is too. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to say Dims, because Dims doesn't track any of his plays. He's got no accountability. He just comes in here and bitches and moans all the fucking time. So this is called keeping Alan Dims, holding Alan Dims accountable. Dims says take Arlington. I wrote it down with my favorite pen. Okay. I will remember this. And I'm coming back here tomorrow morning. I'm going to see what happens in this game. And if you steered us wrong, Alan, you're going to get the point, the diagonal laughing face, and then a clown emoji. All right. I'm going to hit you with it. I'm going to hit you with it real hard. I got some plays. I'm taking some shot on some dogs. I don't really see anything else that I like tonight. Nothing standing out. This is a disgusting slate. But hey, this is where the sickos thrive. I'm not a sicko. I don't try to pretend to be, but I respect those that are. Carson Johnson gave you a name. Guess if he's a real player on Denver. He's real. He's real. You don't talk any NBA. You want me to talk NBA? I got to pee. You want me to talk NBA? I got to pee. I got to do another piss break. Sorry. I'll be right back. You guys like number 2, right? Is that the one you wanted? I think you wanted that one. Right back. You guys like that one better? Is everybody going to bitch about that? Cootie almost sunk another from 26 feet. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. All right. You want to talk NBA? We'll talk NBA. Quick. I'm taking FIU, Marshall, Chattanooga, Northeastern money line, Memphis, Monmouth, IUPUI, North Florida. Why not? That is my reason. That is my logic. It's a fucking Thursday night, February 19th. You got sick teams playing each other. Why not take a shot on some dogs? I've been trying to take a shot on some dogs. Every time I ask Mr. fucking Dog of the Day man himself, he's always like, no. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a burner. I'm going to come into his fucking DMs. I'm going to spit a play. And he's going to come on here and be like, oh, somebody fucking, told me they like this. And I like it too. That's what Steak's going to do when he comes back here because that's what he fucking does. So the Bears are coming to Indiana, Jeff. Thoughts? I think it's so stupid. Let me tell you a world I can't believe we live in. I can't believe we live in a world where we have a $25 billion business, billion in the NFL. Sports in general are just massive amounts of worth and wealth that are behind these teams. I can't believe a city has a professional sports team and they can't find a fucking place to make a stadium. I cannot believe that. It makes absolutely no sense to me. I can't believe the New York Jets and the New York Giants play in New Jersey. I can't believe the Chicago Bears are going to play in Indiana. That makes no fucking sense to me. I'm not that smart. I can't tell you the ins and outs, the X's and O's. I don't understand the politics behind it. I just don't know. I understand that the owners don't want to pay for the stadium. They feel like the city should pay for it. You subsidize it with taxpayer money. Listen, you want some taxpayer money for a stadium? Fine. I don't think it should be the majority. I certainly don't. If you own something and you want to put it somewhere, you should probably pay for it. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm fucking Bill Simmons, okay? But I don't understand that. I can't believe we live in a world where you can't find a fucking place to put a stadium for your team. Doesn't the stadium and the team and everything support the local economy? Everybody should be on board with figuring this out. Everybody. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, all I know and all I have heard is that the Chicago Bears are ran by some of the dumbest human beings of all time, a bunch of fucking rich kids. And that's the problem. I've told you, if you follow me for a long time, I'm not the biggest rich kid guy. Now, I know plenty of rich kids, and some of them I do like, and some of them I am friends with. I respect people. Look, listen, if you're born on third base and you're born with a silver spoon, use it to your advantage. I don't give a shit. Use it to your fucking advantage, but do something. Don't sit there with your thumb up your ass and then find something to bitch about in the world and create problems that you don't really have. You don't know struggle. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Just lean into it, But I don't understand all these families just hand down their franchises to their kids, and their kids don't know what the fuck they're doing. Nobody knows what they're fucking doing. I've heard the Chicago Bears guys, they don't even let you wear like Bears apparel in the press box or something. I've heard shit like that. I don't know for sure, but I think it's fucking weird. All they had to do is remodel the stadium. Yeah. Soldier Field's beautiful. I've been there. I like it. It's amazing. I went to a Notre Dame Miami game there. Yeah. I like it. I'm not saying the stadium's amazing. I just like the location, I like when I went to Denver, I walked out of my hotel. I walked 10 minutes to go to a fucking Rockies game. You want to go to a Jets-Giants game? Have fun with that bullshit. It's so stupid. The McCaskies are a weird bunch for sure. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, you want to talk NBA? I'll give it to you real quick. The Cavs are 16.5-point favorites against the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Here's my philosophy. The Brooklyn Nets have to tank. Their win total was like 21.5 games. They're 15-38. They're going to go over that. I think they had a nice little time playing some basketball. Now is when they're going to tail off. That's what I think. I think the Cavs are probably going to come out, and I think they're going to beat the shit out of them. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'd probably take the Cavs. Excuse me. Sorry, that was rude. Minus 16.5. The Sixers are -1 at home against the Hawks. I don't know. I like the Sixers. I got the Sixers to win it all 50-1. It's probably not happening, but I like their team. I think they'll be okay. Get off my Dickerson versus the Hornets. Very funny. Yeah. Rockets 4.5 against the Hornets. I am not in the business of fading the Charlotte Hornets. I'll tell you that right now. So no, thank you. Total 216 seems really low, maybe an under. That's a fun game, though. Pay attention to it. Pacers on the road in Washington. Pacers are -2, total 232.5. Absolutely no idea or opinion one way or another. This is a really fun game. Knicks against the Pistons. I wonder what the ticket prices are here. By the way, no, there's SeatGeek. Book It has a code. I think it's Book It, promo code Book It, 10% off. I don't know. Somebody, if you're in here, if you work for Book It, share that. But if you go to this game tonight, that's a very fun game. I live in the city and I didn't even think about it, but that would be fun to do. I'd like to go to a Knicks game soon. Knicks and Islanders. Fuck the Rangers. 4.5 point favorites against Detroit. That's a very fun game. Fade LaMelo post car crash. Very funny. Or distract him from the car crash. LaMelo drops 40. LaMelo triple double. Dude, LaMelo triple double. Is that on there? Is that a thing you can bet? No way, dude. No way. Jovan's boots on ground for that game. Hold on. I got to see if I can bet LaMelo triple double. Bro, tell me that doesn't make so much sense. It's a recorded triple double. Oh, he's 33-1. Put it on my card. I'm in. $20. LaMelo triple double, 33-1. There's only one way to distract people from crashing your car. Yeah. By the way, this guy crashing his car, the most predictable thing of all time. Get it? I mean, we gotta figure something out with this fucking guy. Like, you're great at playing basketball. That's it. You know, I know we worship athletes and celebrities and people when we really shouldn't. We idolize them. Don't be a fucking moron. You're really good at playing basketball. Try not to be a moron. You know, fucking idiot. Anyways, by the way, I saw more Georgia football players got in trouble for driving. What is going on with Georgia? What is wrong with that school? Like, who are the players they recruit the dumbest human beings on earth, or is the administration the dumbest human beings on earth? Because all you got to do is emphasize, please don't drive like a moron. Please. I just can't believe this. Did you guys see this? 2 more players, unless I got sent-held, that play for Georgia got in trouble for like reckless driving. What is wrong with people? I fucking hate reckless drivers. I just drove to and from Maine. Fucking 6 hours each way. There's some morons on the road. Hate them all. Hate them. They're morons. God. Yeah, I don't understand it. I hate people that fucking drive fast like that. I really do. They're such idiots. Anyways, Toronto -6 against the Bulls. Yeah, the Bulls 1-9 in their last 10. They are collapsing. They're blowing it up. Good for them. I hope the Raptors beat the fucking piss out of them. When he doesn't play tonight will be the funniest shit ever for betting on him. Won't it just be a void? What's funny about that? I might swerve and bend that corner. Whoa. Yeah, that's catchy. Yeah, boost on combos. Mellow triple dub. 38. No way. Fuck. Should I cash out? Yo, good looks. Jake Knapp, first round leader. My cash out is $6. That sucks. Should I cash out? How do you do that? I don't know how to find boosts and shit. Yeah, exactly. Wagers. I'm so bad at finding boosts. Where do I go for that? Notifications? Help me out. All right, hold on. All right, I'm in the game right now. I'm in the game. Double trouble? No. What do I do? Game script? Oh, that's fun. Main tab ribbon, scroll to the right. All right, rewards, sportsbook promos. All right, hold on. NBA Thursday mystery promotion. Unwrap an NBA mystery bonus bet or an all opt in. Is this what I do? Reward claim 30% NBA SGP boost. Well, that's not what I want, right? Return to NBA combos. Oh, 30% boost on a player combo. Opt into all. I never do this. I should always do this, right? I just opted in on this. Oh, I already did that. Okay. So when I go to top finish parlay, all in, man, I gotta do this shit more. Yeah. All right. So so now what do I do? I don't know why I never do that either. I know I need to. All right. I'm here. Player combos. LaMelo triple double. is 38-1. Oh, here we go. Right? But how do I boost it? Oh, here we go. Dude, you are awesome. All right, I'm going to put $15 on that shit. Swerve and bend that quarter. Whoa. Oh, no. I'm going to go cash out on a blue book. I think I said it. Yeah. All right, I just cashed out on the blue book. Now I'm on the green book, and I am doing a boost. This is very fun. So should I do this for everybody, every sports book? I know. Will you give me a fucking break? I don't know how all these fucking bonuses work. Just give me a break. Walk me through it. I'll figure it out. I'm down to learn it. You have to respect the fact that at least I admit I don't know this shit. All right. Where do I do that for the blue book? Where do I do that for the blue book? Because I'm on the blue book now. I just want to go. Oh, offers. You just go and you opt into everything. The Olympics, 25% boost. I'm all right. Yeah. Okay. This is great. And thanks for the help. I appreciate that. All right. Boston 6 and Golden State. I don't know. Who cares? The Suns +8 in San Antonio. You can't get in the way of San Antonio. You just can't. I like the Suns, though. Magic are in Sacramento tonight. 8.5-point favorites. I'm good. Denver 4 on the road against the Clippers. Yeah, NBA's back. Yeah, Spurs belt, probably. Magic Mushroom. You got to relax, bro. It's like $15. Okay. 0.15 units. We'll be all right. We're just having a little fun. It's called gambling for a reason. Okay. All right. That's it. I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed it. 2 hours, grinded, solo. Throat is killing me. Gonna have some tea. Got to get a sandwich or something for lunch. Maybe a turkey sandwich sounds good. Just a good old classic turkey sandwich. A little turkey, a little cheese, a little Hellman's mayo. I can't, unfortunately, no raid. Stay right here. I believe so. Krabs is running solo. Jovan is traveling to New York. I don't really have any best bets. I like a bunch of stupid underdogs tonight because it's a silly night. It's a silly night, So let's have some fun. Bet responsibly. Good luck. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for tuning into the Board Review. Good luck on all your wagers.